So I've been doing YouTube somewhat seriously now for about 2 years, and in that amount of time I've worked really hard on getting down my performing voice. It's come a pretty far way from how it used to be. Sometime last year I found my mind wandering to a challenge I had laid out for myself during the March of 2020.
If you disagree with this assessment, you can call his phone number at 1-847.
The voice I use in my videos is actually significantly different enough from my talking voice that when I showed my little cousins and sister one of my videos, they didn't believe it was me. Because if you were talking to me on the street, I'm actually just gonna sound a lot more like this. And for the sake of the video, I am just going to talk in this cadence as opposed to the over-the-top YouTuber one. I do that voice because I feel like it's much better for engagement with the viewer, but this one's obviously gonna be a really personal video just for fans of my channel, so I'm not gonna go over the top with it. But one of my major inspirations that came from me working on my voice actually came from a few different sources. The big three being Scott the Woz, Kid Icarus, and Matthew Patrick. This shouldn't be a surprise if you're familiar around here. The very first video I made on this channel was a very Not the Woz styled video, which was originally going to be way more derivative of a Not the Woz type thing when there was a full set of skits with wacky characters recorded for it, but I scrapped due to time constraints and just wanting to get a video out there. And then Kid Icarus just came from years of watching the guy and wanting to emulate his style of comedy. But MatPat was probably the #1 inspiration for how I wanted my voice to sound. Say what you will about taking the guy seriously, he had damn charisma across his channels and his run. There's a reason that people imitate his voice for memes and shit. So when I started working on my YouTuber voice and getting the MatPat comments, I wasn't surprised by that. What I wasn't expecting, however, were the literal hundreds of comments comparing me to Sonic the Hedgehog. Sure, I'd get a couple Yosuke Hanamuras in there every once in a while, but the #1 comparison is the Blue Funny Freak. I've been a Sonic fan for a really long time. I'm not as much of a die-hard play all the games as Adam is, check out his channel. I've been watching YouTubers make content on him, I watched Sonic X, I've played some of the games passively, but I never knew that it had such an effect on me that part of my YouTuber voice was just becoming Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's one of those things that I hear people say about me constantly, but anytime I actually sit down and try to do a Sonic voice, I don't hear it at all. But this is easily the most frequently commented thing on my channel, no matter what video I'm making. Like genuinely, every time I upload a new video, there's at least a 2-week span where every day, whether it's the video I just uploaded or a previous video, someone comments I sound like Sonic. My favorite comments of this variety are the ones that start with, "I don't know if anyone's ever told you this before, but you sound like Sonic the Hedgehog." Like, I have so many people who come into the comments and act like they're cracking the code and they've got this hot new scoop that no one's presented before. And I just don't know what to do with this information anymore, man. Like, I don't think I'm a good enough Sonic to start go auditioning for fan dubs or anything. There are so many people who do a better job at Sonic than I do. But it's evidently there enough that I'm gonna be hearing about it till the end of my days. That's the fucked up part. It's just present enough that it's always gonna be there, but it's not good enough for me to capitalize on this curse. And I feel like if I didn't make a video like just saying in the title, "Do you sound like Sonic?" I'm for the rest of the time gonna get comments, people saying I just like haven't learned this about myself yet. But I have! I can't unlearn it! I have relatives approaching me at family gatherings asking who Sonic the Hedgehog is because they keep seeing on my comments I sound like him! So here's what we're gonna do. I figured this is gonna be a fun burner upload between major videos. I'm just gonna goof around and I'm gonna do some Sonic dubs. And no, I'm not gonna do the like low-hanging fruit of like parodying every, God, what are they called? Live fan dubs with the like, ha! One! You know, like, I feel like big fan of those project dubs, whatever, very funny stuff. Eggman pissed on the moon in big theaters, I was there. But if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pick some real specific scenes and maybe a couple shit posts, because otherwise, what are we doing here? So I'm gonna tweet out to my followers and members of my Discord what things they want me to say or quote. So, we're gonna do this so I never have to do it again. Sonic, everyone! New rule. Never trust how you feel about your life past 9 p.m. Ended at 8. Hey, Nux. How you holding up, buddy?
Arlington boot cactus.
I'll miss you, man. Not another speeding ticket. I'll fight it in court, but I don't think they're gonna accept gotta go fast as a medical condition. Knock, knock. Y'all gotta see this. Image 4750.png. No copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me. Stop making me pregnant. You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you, because I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? Tails, no! Those rotten, sneaky... I'm supposed to be the fastest thing alive, but I wasn't even fast enough to save my best buddy. Whoa, chili dogs. Hey, wait a minute. This isn't an impersonation at all. This is just an ad read for today's sponsor, Figgies? Yeah, no, seriously, guys, we have a proper sponsor on the channel. Woo! Yeah, Figgies! So in case you guys haven't heard about this yet, let me break it down for you. Figgies are a brand new line of magnet-like collectibles covering some of your favorite franchises. Those including Sonic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Persona, and Metaphor. Adam and I were lucky enough to be chosen as brand representatives for both Sonic and Alice. So here are some of Sonic's figures, footage by Adam, and then here are some of the Metaphor ones I got. So I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. I used to collect Funko Pops when I was in high school, and I haven't felt that need to want to collect things as much as I have when I got my hands on the Figgies. They're these little like 2.5D magnet things that can either stand to the little metal backgrounds that they provide you, either on a flat surface or displayed with these little podium thingies. With such a cool uniform art style that isn't just the hollow eyes of a Funko Pop, and with its very in-depth integrated app usage where you can scan the codes on the back to get all of the fun details on your personal Figgy, these are going to be a collector's new dream at an affordable price. It's just really cool. Okay, I didn't even want to script this ad read because I just really like these little fuckers, and I think you guys will too. The Figgies launch is officially live, so you can go and get any of the Figgies you've seen so far on their app if you're lucky. But this is the important part, okay? This is the part that you have to listen to. Please, go ahead and use my referral code on screen, when you're checking out. This will help support the channel and you'll get some discounts towards your purchase. Honestly, guys, I'm just really excited to be working with Figgies, and the more support that I'm able to show them, the longer of a relationship I'll have with them. And as you guys gotta know, money's been tight around here, so this is a win-win for everyone involved. You get cool merch, I get to keep the lights on in my apartment. So yeah, I'll be talking about them more in future videos, but that's pretty much gonna wrap up the first official sponsor segment on the channel. Go ahead and comment Sonic is a merchandisable little fuck in the comments if you got to this part of the video. I have no idea if they're gonna like that I said that. But anyways, this has been JoeFredrick Sounds Like Sonic the Hedgehog, maybe part one of a long series. You know, you guys might just love hearing me talk out of the blue hedgehog's asshole for 20 minutes, and maybe we can keep doing this. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and this is the first outro I've had to do without some sort of continuity, so go home and kiss your dad.